this project. This project's really nice.
Oh yeah, I like that. Have you seen this as well? Page 22, the little Our Crafty World.
Oh, I love
Look at that. That's cute. Look who it is. Look who it is.
No, we're not.
Oh!
We're live.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Sorry.
We got a bit carried away.
Just reading the new Crafters Inspiration magazine.
I've got a different one.
Oh, you have got a different one?
Oh, I got a different one. I've got number one. I love this. You know what? Looking back onto number one. Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon. Good morning, wherever you're watching from. It's been a great day, and we thought we have literally just been relaxing, thinking, let's read the magazines. It's so nice to recap on the magazine from before. If you don't know what we're talking about, we do have the Crafters Inspiration on tonight, don't we, Ben?
We certainly do. If you joined us a little bit earlier on look at me all slouched. If you joined us earlier on, I am comfy, you'll know that we've got issue 2 of the Crafters Inspiration magazine. This is just brilliant, and of course you may not know, because Debbie's got issue 1. Back when we launched issue 1, it was kind of like rejigged, because there was different magazines running, wasn't there, here in the UK, to the ones which you might have got through HSN or in America. So we've rejigged it all so that everybody is now in alignment, and issue 2 is here, and it is absolutely brilliant, packed full of ideas, packed full of projects, hints, tips, inspiration from front to back. It is an absolute joy, and what you'll love about this as well is you've got freebies galore within this magazine. We're going to chat around it as we go through launch party over the course of the next couple of hours. Just to say as well, before we chat more about the magazine, last chance saloon during this show to get your hands on our machine deals, up to 25% off, but those deals will end at the end of today. Also, the plates are still live for you as well. Some great deals on our plates for our machines. The original plates for the Gemini, they have gone. They're out of stock, but all the others are available for you. Plus, it is Tenner Tuesday. £10 Tuesday, $10 Tuesday as well, where you'll see some amazing deals on our website. But of course, all those deals will end this evening. So make sure you stay with us. Make sure you get shopping all those deals, and also make sure you get your hands on this brand new magazine. We'll get the details up for you. But let's chat about this, like for people who have just joined us, because we've got new people watching all the time. So this is issue 2, and it makes it sound like we've not had a magazine before, but it's issue 2 of like the new rejigged Crafters Inspiration, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So what we've done is we've completely revamped the whole of the magazine. It's done in a different style. It's got more projects than ever. It's got an actual wallet that keeps everything in. So really lovely to display in your craft room or wherever you keep it on your bookshelf, which is perfect. We've still got that same inspiration from you out there, from our design team, from us crafters that do the shows. So there's so much. It's jam-packed in these magazines, and then you get your extra goodies on top of that, so you get a lot of content in here as well. We've printed out papers this time, which we didn't do before, and you can then you can download them yourself. Once you get the magazine, there's a code, and then you can just download as many as you want.
And I know you're going to have a good look at this, and we'll have a good flick through so you can see as much as you want to see in just a bit, and we'll show you all of the freebies that you get. But what I notice when I flick through is there's something for everyone in the magazine. But also, we chatted about this earlier on, how many times have you bought a magazine and you've got about 3/4 of the way through, and then it finishes, but it doesn't finish because it's adverts, it's junk, it's filler. This, literally, from the first page where you open it to the last page, it's all crafty demonstrations, inspiration. It's what do we say? It's all thriller, no filler, isn't it? No filler.
Yep. No, all thriller, no filler. That's exactly what it is, and I love that. I mean, we've always done that from page 1 to the end page. It is full of projects, and projects that are for every single person. Tells you whether it's for a beginner.
Skill level.
Absolutely, skill level is so important. Tells you that time as well, because time is precious. We don't always have the time. You might need to make a card and think, well, actually, I've only got half an hour, but some projects might take an hour, maybe 45 minutes. So you know, then you can choose, and I love that. If you haven't seen our magazines before, you're only one issue away, so we have got issue 1 on the show as well. So you could go for issue 1 and issue 2, which is quite incredible to get all of that. Make sure you set yourself some time that you can just sit back, relax, read it like we were doing, because there is so much in there. There's little stories in there, sneak peeks, there's puzzle time, so you can actually do your crosswords, Sudokus in there. So yeah, it's just jam-packed, isn't it? It's amazing.
It really is. And again, you know, I look through here and I see, you know, projects that you can do with a lot of items you'll have seen on the shows recently. Of course, you get the freebies in here as well, and there's ideas of ways that you can use those too. And when we chat around that with Debbie in just a few moments' time, wait till you see the freebies that you get. If this is your first experience of getting the magazine, which comes with all of those goodies, you won't believe. When you see it's like £10.39 or $15.96, when you see what you get for free within here, all of a sudden you go, hang on a minute, how am I getting that for $12.99 or $19.95? It is simply brilliant, and a great magazine for kind of getting the crafty mojo going, but also, like Debbie was saying, it's just nice to have there on the coffee table. If you're taking, you know, a bit of a break, having a cup of coffee or a glass of Bailey's, it's just nice just to have a little thumb through, isn't it? And
Absolutely,
just see what you might be doing next.
And it's a magazine that you can go back to time and time again. And don't think just because that project is done with specific papers, use everything you've got in your craft stash, but take that inspiration away with you and put it into all your other projects. It means that you've got step-by-step projects, you know all your measurements, you cannot be stuck to do a project. I think there's over 75 in issue 2 and over 60 in issue 1. I mean, that's a massive amount of projects, and it's not that you're going to get them all done in that time, you know, it's just the fact that you've got them all there as a library as we go through. And I know you die-hard collectors out there will want to start at the beginning and run through, which is amazing.
I will not open these because I'll let Debbie do it, but those are your freebies. There's some papers in here as well, which we will get Debbie to look at. But if you want to get yours now, £10.39 if you're a Platinum member, or $15.96. And as Debbie said, you can get issue 1 as well if you want to totally catch up. If you missed that one, that is available for you too. We'll look at that with Debbie once we get over into the craft area in just a few moments' time. But let me just give you the headlines as far as the machines are concerned, because this is the last live show where you're going to get the deals on those machines. 25% off across our machines up until the end of play today. And this one here is your Gemini machine. So you know that everyday pricing this, $179.99 or $249.95. Everyone saves 25% straight off the bat. So the price is unbelievable, $134.99 or $187.46. If you're a Platinum member though, look at that price in the purple box at the bottom of your screen. Simply unbelievable. $107.99 or $149.97. It has come to the point though really of making your mind up time, because as I say, those deals will not be here tomorrow. If you are not in the market for a Gemini, but you've been waiting for that price to come down on the Pro, this is the chance you've been waiting for, but do not delay, because as I say, that price will not be here tomorrow. 25% off the biggest machine that we do, the one that I know a lot of you want to get your hands on. You can grab it today. Everyone pays us $336.75 instead of that £450 price tag, or $374.96 instead of just shy of $500. A £112 or $124 saving. Platinum members, it's under £270, under $300. That's the price that you need to be getting tonight, because it will not be that price tomorrow. Also, same deal on the Junior, 25% off. Everyone pays $104.99 or $149.96. Platinum price, I just can't remember ever seeing that price for the Gemini Junior. £83.99 or $119.97, but only for the next few hours. The price will go back up as of tomorrow. And then just to remind you that we have got the plates back in stock. You have been obliterating the stock that we've got on the plates. The plates for the Gemini sold out yesterday, around about this time actually. We've still got the other deals available for you. This is the best deal that you can go for on your Gemini Junior plates, which of course you can use in conjunction with your Gemini. But within that deal, it works out that you're going to get your metal shim and your metal cutting plate and also your storage bag for free within that deal. £27.20 or $32.80 is the platinum price on the Junior Complete Plate Collection. And don't forget, whilst you are checking out the website, check out those £10 $10 Tuesday deals as well, because those will disappear by tomorrow as well. Lots of you already in. Cheryl's in from Alaska, Kathy from Missouri, Jeffrey from New Hampshire, Deborah's in from Glasgow, Lynn's in from the Isle of Wight, Pammy is in from central New York, Donna's in from Santa Fe. June's in from Florida, Bridget's in from the Netherlands, Anne's in from Bristol, Laurel's in from Oregon, Sharon from sunny Maryland, Carol from Australia, Tonya from Michigan, and Barbara is in from Indiana. That is a long roll call, but it's lovely to have you all with us. Any questions, any comments, anything you want to throw our way, get in touch on Facebook and on YouTube, and we are ready and raring to go. Now, we're going to have a look through the Crafters Inspiration magazine with Debbie. We're going to show you the freebies, going to show you everything that you're going to get, and have a flick through the magazine. We won't show you all, but if you don't want to see exactly what's in it, or you don't want to see what the freebies are, maybe just sort of sit like that. Do you know what I mean? Because some people like to see everything and some people don't like to see anything, so maybe somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, absolutely. I think most people want to see what they're getting.
Yeah.
But obviously the magazine itself, you're going to have a really good look through when you get there. Now, what you can see very different about our issues this time is it comes in this beautiful box that opens up. So it opens up and it gives you those storage compartments, which is incredible. So you can see straight away, such a lovely gift to get through the post. It gives you everything you need. Now, if we look on the overhead, we can see exactly what we are getting in here. In these side pieces that we can put into, we've got, so we'll take our belly band off of here. We've got just some amazing, before we look at our freebies there, we've got some amazing die cut toppers. You can see I've used some of mine, but you're getting the most amazing papers. So these have all been printed out for you. You're just getting lots in there. You can then download these and reprint them out. Obviously these ones won't be die cut, but you can always cut them out. And what we've done is chosen ones that snip out easy enough. So your first one that you're getting, you will get that is die cuts.
Yeah.
Then you're getting these extra pieces. I love this one. It's a really pretty embossing folder. It's great for doing all your edges, but you can double up on that as well. It looks beautiful. Then you're getting your gorgeous die. Now this is not repeated. You can't buy this die anywhere else. So you've got your Fabulous Friend die, and we'll look at some of the samples in a second. And then you're getting your sentiment stamps, which is truly amazing. These are beautiful. So if you know someone that loves their perfume bottles, flowers, their scents, just a really nice womanly thing, isn't it? But actually, this one at the bottom I think is quite more masculine. So there's nothing to stop you having a male scent going on there. And then I love that all these sentiments fit into every one of these bottles, so they look absolutely lovely.
On the bottom there looks like the bottle of Brut that I bought the other day.
Brut, oh my goodness, I remember buying that for my dad when I was a kid.
And I love the smell of it. $2.99 it was off the bottom shelf. Yeah, they still sell it in like your cheapy shops.
Oh wow.
Bottom shelf. Oh, I mean, it lasts for about 2 seconds. You have to put on about half the bottle to get the smell of it, but I love the smell. 80s tash, 80s fragrance. What a guy.
Whoever's got you for Secret Santa, you've just given them the best present idea.
10 bottles of Brut.
So what you can see, it is beautiful, our magazine. It feels really lovely. And I know that's a really strange thing to say, but you get a good feeling of a magazine. The pages are just beautiful. Sarah welcomes you, as she has done in all our magazines. These are probably the only sort of maybe adverts that you can see, and there's very few of those in there. So from each page as we go through, you're getting all these different projects. Now what's great about this, it tells you everything you need for a project.
Yeah.
It tells you your skill level. So this says 3 skill level. This is a Fabulous Friend pop-up card, and that's going to teach you how to use that friend. So you can see on here the actual little friend die. So we'll just bring that one in, that one onto there.
Oh, cool.
And also the ones here are showing you how you can use all your papers, look, in different ways. There's 4 different papers there, all your little offcuts, using that beautiful perfume bottle, but it's giving you step-by-step instructions as well as picture instructions. So just flicking through a bit more, all those, I mean, you can see that fabulous friend die there, and then using that embossing folder on the bottom. We'll do something very similar to that. But I just love the feel, the palette of this one. All the colours are beautiful. So you've got our George, our crafty world, getting to know George, absolutely. And things I didn't know about George there as well. You've got meet behind the scenes here. So you've got people that are in the office that are telling you all what they do. So Ashley is speaking there about what she does behind the scenes. Oh, don't want to show that. Taking a first look at something. Let's quickly move that on.
Then it gave it away.
Absolutely. You've got Ask the Experts. So you've got Sarah and Leanne that are giving you hints and tips. Now this is great because it tells you on here, get in touch, write into the magazine. You never know, your letter could be in this magazine. You could be getting answered by one of either Sarah or Leanne or one of the team. Sharon Callis has got makes in here. We're still going. Leanne covers our beautiful. She absolutely loves these interlaced dies, which are amazing. You've got your take a break side there where you want to just have a cup of coffee and do some puzzles. But can you see every single page going through? We've got templates in there. Oh, showing another sneaky peek there. We've got a crafty chat with our Bianca. Bianca has been on our design team for many, many years. I would say about 9 to 10 years, which is amazing. And it just tells you a whole story. And I love it because all these questions are asked and she answers them, you know, very truthfully, which is great. And it asks what her favourite part of the job is, if she's got any other crafty hobbies, tells her how long oh, here it says here she has been working 10 years. That was I knew it was a good guess because I've been here nearly 9 years and she was here before me, so I knew it would be 9 or 10 years. So yeah, a long, long time. So it really is the perfect magazine. Now, if you haven't gone for our magazines before or you haven't started our new ones, this one here is our issue 2.
Yes.
If I bring this one in here, you can see we've got issue 1. So exactly the same concept. It's all done really beautifully packaged for you. And then when you open it up, it's got those 2 segments on each side, giving you exactly the same, but this time, this one is offering you a Christmas inspiration. So you're getting all those different papers in there, which, yeah, absolutely amazing. You're then getting your goodies in here, all your content for this magazine.
Like the value of the goodies is amazing,
I know.
isn't it?
Look at the, and these aren't ones that you can get anywhere else.
Yeah.
So this is extra. So even though this was the night before Christmas, these are die sets that aren't on the original ones. So they are different ones. It's an amazing, yeah, absolutely amazing set. You've then got your sentiment dies, which always come in handy. I love that you've got your Christmas tree stamp in here.
Yeah.
And then on this one, we've got an actual stencil, which is great for those doorbers as well. If you want to use your doorbers, those stencils, the doorbers are brilliant for going through these stencils. But how beautiful is that? And then just a quick flick through. Let's just have a look at the magazine. Again, 60 projects that you're going to love on there. Lovely designs, lots of different things that you can do. This brings in lots of things, and also we've not covered, it does give a segment for our sewing lovelies out there, which is amazing. So just flicking through a little bit more, you can see all Christmas again, taking that break, creating different things. I love this with just your reds and your greens, showing all those different effects. And then, oh, we've gone straight to the back there, but we've got templates in there, and then we've got our crafty chat this time. It's with Marie Jones, who does an awful lot of stuff for Crafters Companion. She is our queen of concept cards. So when you see a concept card, it's our Marie that makes all those concept cards sweet. So honestly, if you haven't gone for issue 1, go for issue 1 and 2 today, and then you'll be crafting right through to the new year.
Just to confirm as well, we flashed the details out there for you. So that magazine that you're just looking at then, that was issue 1, the second mag. So that is available for you. Same price, $10.39 or $15.96. I absolutely, definitely think that if you haven't got issue 1, get both. Because if you just go in and get issue 2 tonight, you'll definitely come back and get issue 1 anyway. Thank you for the lovely messages coming through. By the way, Stephen Lee Guy says, Ben, will you look if my cards are in the magazine, please? Stephen, I can confirm, I have looked through and your cards, very nice they are too, are in the Readers Makes gallery, page 51, Stephen. So yes, you've made the magazine. How exciting!
Exciting.
So Stephen, you absolutely need to get it. Yes, your cards are there, pride of place, along with lots of others of our lovely viewers as well. So yes, Stephen, yours are in there. Well done. Sam says, I have all the old collections from number 1, also the new collections, and ordered number 1 today. Sharon saying, woohoo, tomorrow we can begin the advent calendar opening. You can. And someone was just asking, I think it was EB, what is the name of the stamps on the cover of the mag? Those ones there, if it's that one you're talking about, those are the Sassy and Classy, aren't they? So if that's the one you were talking about, EB, Sassy and Classy. Margaret says, good evening, Debbie, Ben, and all the CC crew. Debbie, I loved the craft along this afternoon, and you did really well, Ben. Thank you. Love the new packaging design, says Mary Pat. It is. It's like Debbie says, like you can feel the quality in this. It's a really nice quality magazine. Stacey says, I ordered mine on the earlier show. Really can't wait till it comes. And Pammy, those perfume bottles are going to be perfect to go with all sorts of collections. They can be vintage, feminine, or male. And Dana just saying, I love that there's a folder now to hold the goodies. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it, to have the magazine, to have the goodies in the folder with your papers as well. The older one, things always used to get lost from each other. By the way, are the moustaches staying after November? No, they're going tonight. They are. I think the majority of them are going tonight. I think Joe is keeping his and then catching up the rest of his face, but this will not be here tomorrow. It's got to go. It has got to go. Just like a lot of the deals that we've got for you today as well. They will be gone by tomorrow. Did you see the seamless segue there? The seamless segue. The 25% off deals that we've got on our machines will disappear by tomorrow. Like, for example, the Gemini. Usually £180, usually $250, just shy of £134.99 is the price on this evening, or $187.46. Everybody saves 25%. Platinum price comes down even lower for you, but that's the price only for the remainder of the day today. It will go back up tomorrow. And just so you know, you've got all of the plates that you'll need to be able to get using your machine. You've got all of the instructions included as well. And we also send you away with some beautiful dies to work with, some embossing folders as well. So you've got like a nice little selection to get you started. So if you are in the market to maybe get a slightly bigger machine, this ticks all the boxes for you. If you are someone perhaps who is moving from a manual machine to an electronic machine, this is worth thinking about. Or if you're just growing your family of machines, like we spoke to Susie Chi a little bit earlier on, who's got them all, then this is a great opportunity to jump in and get these at a steal. And just before we have a look at the video, I always think it's worth chatting to our guys, our experts. I mean, Debbie, first of all, the price on this is just phenomenal.
Bonkers.
Bonkers. What would you say? Here's a good question. Right, so if we've got people tonight who are thinking about buying an electronic machine, they've all got 25% off. Mm-hmm. Which one do I go for?
It's such a difficult one. Only you can choose, because all of them work exactly the same way. They're all just as good.
Yeah.
If you've got room to go for the Big Daddy, you need to go for the Beast, because the Pro is incredible, and it opens up a whole wealth of different projects that you can do in different sizes. It is the most incredible machine. It's also the quickest machine, which is unbelievable considering it's the biggest, but it is amazing. And then I would say, but if that's too big, then you could go for the bigger Gemini, which is our original one that came out, because that is just an absolute steal. It's amazing. But if you don't have too much room, or you're just starting out and you want to get a bit used to the die cutting, and your budget goes for the Junior, go for the Junior, because it's incredible. They've all got that reverse function, all got the safety on and off switch. They all won't take anything that they don't like. The plates are all the same in every single one of them. So yeah, it is just a personal choice. My personal choice is the Gemini. Craig's personal choice is the Gemini Junior.
Yeah, Junior.
He goes for that every single time. In fact, we tut at each other when he was in the studio, because I'd come and say, oh, Craig's been here, got the Junior out again, and then I'd replace it. I have got the Junior tonight, but normally I always have the bigger Gemini out. So yeah, personal preference, but go for what suits your budget, but go for one while they're this price, because I don't know, I've never seen them reduced like this before, so who knows when they'll be again.
Like you said, like Georgina says, like not as a naked deal, like as a, you know, you get the machine, you get the plates, to get it right there for you. I've not seen deals like this before. Whichever one you go for, get it tonight. Monkey Head Bonkers just saying, did somebody say bonkers? Yes, we did, Monkey Head Bonkers. It is totally bonkers. Let's give you some time now to get those magazines. I know loads of you have got those in your carts. Are you thinking about getting the machine? Are you thinking about getting the Gemini? Here's a little video which might just help you drop that Gemini into your cart. You won't regret it.
This is Gemini, one of the fastest, quietest electronic die cutting and embossing machines on the market. Its industry-leading high-pressure system delivers fantastic results from intricate dies and folders, all at the touch of a button. Its oversized opening and platforms provide for edge-to-edge cutting of US letter and A4 size with thin metal dies, allowing you to cut materials such as thin cardstock, vinyl, craft metal and fabric. No cranking needed, as it will move the plates through automatically and quickly, which means you may spend less time on preparation and more time on inspiration. The Gemini has optical switches, making it hands-free and fully automated, with a built-in auto-reverse function for protection. It's easy to use, so you're always in control. Its sleek, low-profile design makes it a superb addition to any craft workspace. It has built-in handholds, meaning you can easily take it anywhere. The Gemini is a universal die-cutting and embossing machine that works with the majority of all leading brands of thin metal dies and embossing folders. All of the platforms that you need come included in the box, as well as a thick rubber embossing mat for intricate detail work on your dual-purpose cut and embossed dies. The addition of the metal cutting plate allows you to cut intricate dies in a single pass through the machine and enables you to cut multiple layers of fabric. For a perfect cut every time, you need Gemini, the electronic die cutting and embossing machine made by crafters for crafters.
It's so much fun reading the magazine, says Mary Pat 1000 on YouTube. I actually recognise many of the people featured in it, which makes it even more exciting. Doesn't it? It's nice to see familiar faces. Joy says, ooh, the magazine. I hope mine is coming. Stephen says, got most of the machines except the Junior and the Go. You can complete the set, Stephen. With these deals. Beatrix Notter says, I've just received my Gemini, it's fab, and loads of goodies. Yep, we always send you the goodies with the machine. Yep, says Pammy, love my Pro, makes fast work for batch crafting. And Crafty Becky P says, I've not used my Pro, hubby's wrapped it and said I have to wait for Christmas.
Sort of get it, because I mean, you know, Christmas isn't far away, but I'd be really sad knowing it was sitting there and I couldn't use it.
Can you not wait until he's out and then maybe just get it out, have a little play, and then put it back in the box? And then, I mean, that's probably quite a faff, isn't it, really? But not long till Christmas, not long till Christmas. Again, other big news, as well as the 25% off on our machines just for the rest of today only. £10, $10 Tuesday on the web as well. And the brand new magazine is here. Loads of you chatting about the Crafters Inspiration issue 2, £10.39, $15.96 if you're platinum. Really, really love this so much, and you guys are buying it in your hundreds right now. Let's have a look. I think we're going to have a little demo with Debbie using some of the goodies that we've got inside here, right?
Absolutely. It would be rude not to, wouldn't it?
It would be rude.
Absolutely. So let's use that die. I love this one. It's so beautiful. We've all got one of those friends, haven't we, who's just fabulous. So what I'm going to do is we're going to line this up onto here, but I'm going to bring in my scoreboard because I just want, you can either put a pencil line or you can put a little line going across, but just so I know I've got the exact line where I want it, I'm going to bring in my scoring tool. And then I'm going to just see whereabouts that's going to go. So I think just one, that's it. So one before, well, one after, should I say. So I'm doing that. So my piece of card is 3 inches by 5 3/4.
Okay.
And I'm going to score it at 1 1/8 of an inch. But I'm also then going to go down to the bottom of that so I can score up. And all that's doing is giving me some lines, which means when I do, I'm going to just bring this across. So we're going to do that roughly in the centre. Let's bring that across there to there, and then that one to that point. So then I can see exactly where to line that up.
Okay.
So let's bring in some low tack tape because you just need to hold that down into place. And I'm going to do it above because then this piece is going to be cut out. So just check where your line is. So you can see the actual fabulous goes right from this little heart at the side all the way round to this side here. So we're going to line it up on those points.
Swallow the fly.
Suddenly, you know when you suddenly get a dry bit of air?
Yeah. Do you want some water?
I've got some, so I will just take some in a second. Oh dear.
I tell you what, you have a little sip quickly. I'll read a couple of comments out. I hate it when that happens. You get like a little, like something stuck in your throat, don't you? Kathy just said, I've got all the machines, love them all. Rita McNamee says, I've just ordered, can't wait to receive issue 2. Issue 1 was just amazing. Love the new style with a cool emoji. Yes, and Kathy just says, notice on the website the magazine says pre-order, dispatching from the 8th of December. So there on the screen for you. It will be with you from next week. So the 8th of December, that's a week tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah, week tomorrow. 10:39, 15.96. I think Debbie has been lubricated and we are ready to carry on.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, sorry about that. Just a tickle in my throat there. So what we've done is, what I've done is I've just put it into place and then moved it. So let's just reposition that back in, put the tape across, and then we can run that through. So just doing that piece of card to get the, I haven't used a Junior for such a long time. I actually went to put the plates round the way that you would put into a Gemini with the Junior plates. So just running that through, doesn't take no time at all. Because my card is only 3 inches, you could actually fit this through your Gemini Mini as well. So you get that extra little heart shape that comes out, and when you take that out, you've got that beautiful die cut out there. And also remember, you've got your friend cut out in your letters, so it actually gives you another word for your friend there. And then all I'm going to do is grab my scissors and cut across to that heart, so just like so, and then on the other side right on that piece onto the edge, and then we can take that out. So you get that really beautiful design. So I'm just going to bring in a piece of card. I've got some of this. All I've done is matte and layered. I've got some extra card that went with the papers that were in there, which are beautiful. These papers are so nice. So all we're going to do is take these little pieces out. And we're going to use our ink pad just to give that a little bit of extra sort of pink effect around it, really. So take that. And I'm just giving that a little dusting of pink over the top and then around the edges. So it just draws your eye into it all. So that's our first piece done. And then we're going to bring in that embossing folder because these just work so well together. So that's our first one. And then what I've also done, if you use the midsection of here, so we could cut this out again and then have that fabulous trimmed out, and I'll bring that in. All I've done is trimmed it out from that die, so exactly the same, but it gives us a darker one, which means we can shadow that behind, so it makes that word sort of pop on the front. So it just gives it even more definition. So what we are going to do is bring in our piece of card. Now this piece is only 2 inches by just over 6 inches, and we're going to run that embossing folder through. So just take your embossing folder, pop that into there, and then because it's a 2D embossing folder, all you actually need is your top and bottom cutting plate. But I do like to add in with the 2D folder my metal shim, and all that does, it just gives a bit of an extra deep embossing, and you can get away with it when you're using our stamping card because it's a 300 GSM, so it works really well with that deep embossing. And the other reason I want to get it quite embossed is because I want to trim it out as well. So we've got that beautiful detail. Again, I'm going to bring in that same ink, and this time all I'm going to do is go around the edges, and I want to pick up that pink just on the edges. And the reason I want to do that, because I want to cut it out, so I want to actually create it as an embossed sort of cut out. And when you do this, you can actually see it better to cut it out.
Oh, I see.
Where if it was white, it would be
Yes.
quite difficult to see. And all you're going to do is go around those lines. So nice and easy. I'm not worried about it being perfect because it doesn't need to be. It's just the design. So we can literally just go around all those curls, just dipping in and out. I mean, I'm doing this quite fast. You can take your time, but to be honest, just follow those swirls around and you'll get that beautiful embossed detail. So very nice. Let's take that off. So you can see already you're getting just, that's so lovely. I love this embossing folder. So we're just following those swirls round, and that's all I'm doing is following the line marks.
Yes.
And it just makes it so much easier if you emboss, if you colour that embossing.
The thing that I marvel at as well about this, like, I mean, obviously you get the die. Well, let's not talk about the papers for a second, but the die, the stamps, and then the embossing folder. I mean, if you price those up, even if you were just being very sort of minimal with them, I mean, how much for the die, roughly?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, you're talking at least sort of $7.99 to $9.99 for a die.
Yeah, so call that £8. The stamps, probably, what, £6–7? 15 quid. The embossing folder?
Well, it's a thin one, so you're paying maybe $4.99.
So it's probably £20 worth, at least. And that's even before you talk about the papers that you've got in there as well, of freebies. And the magazine itself is only $12.99 or $19.95. So, again, the value is just absolutely phenomenal.
Yes, it's amazing.
And all of the inspiration, 68 pages of inspiration, loads of tutorials in there as well. And as we said, you know, if you are brand new to this and you think, well, I've not really done much crafting, then this is absolutely something that you need to go for, because it tells you which of the projects are kind of for people who are just starting off, projects for more experienced crafters as well. It is all in there with exclusive content, don't forget, and of course those digital papers for you as well.
Right, so let's pop that on there. Yeah, I love the fact we get digital content because it's just everlasting. So you've got it all the time.
Yeah.
You're not even going to lose your stick or USB or anything like that, because it's all just downloads. You literally put in that code, download your computer, it's there forever.
That's such a good point.
Until your computer goes.
Yeah, then you just get another computer.
Yeah, that's it. Absolutely.
It's such a good point about USBs though as well, isn't it? Like you say, like the sticks, I mean, I'm forever losing those.
Oh, totally.
You know, when you like put stuff onto a stick and then you can't find it again.
Oh, absolutely. So what I've got here is I want to combine these, but I've got a piece of ribbon. So I want to put that ribbon across there. So I'm just checking where I can stick it. So we can put it up a little bit higher. And all I'm going to do is put some what's it called? Tape?
Tape pen.
Tape runner, tape pen. Words go out of my head. That one doesn't seem to want to give me any tape. There we go. Just along the bottom there. And then we will glue that one into place. I just want to make sure I get that straight. So I'm pop that onto there. I'm just making sure that I've got that even on each side there. So rub that in, and then all I'm going to do is put some tape down the centre there.
Yep.
Then we're going to pop that across, so that's going to hide all our workings. So you can still see that beautiful effect, and then we're just going to tuck that in underneath. And then the other thing I want to do is using that die cut that we've die cut again, that fabulous. I'm going to actually use my dots onto the back of here, so the dotty tape pen. Let's just grab some, just this scrap bit of card to pop onto there. And then just going to put all the dots along and onto this piece. And then what we're going to do is we're going to affix this one underneath, but we're going to leave a bit of a shadow. So just popping that onto there. So just a slight shadow, and it just means when we pop this into place, this will really pop out here. And then I've got myself a little bow, and let me get some foam pads.
Such a cool little project from all of your freebies.
Yeah, and what's nice about it as well, Ben, because I really wanted to do something that wasn't in the book, to show that there's so many different things that you can do. Just going to cut that one and have an extra bit in the centre, just to hold that in place. Yeah, it's just so nice when you can use all these different elements. Oh, they are smaller ones. I thought they were big square ones as they come off, but they're actually individual ones. And I've just cut one down, which was already in half. Right, so let's pop that into place. Just make sure my card's the right way up. And we're just going to centralise that into the middle. So nice and simple. And then we're just going to add our bow.
Beatrix Notter says, is this a monthly magazine? And can you subscribe to it to get it automatically delivered?
We used to do a subscription, but I don't think we do anymore, to be honest, which would be a really good idea. So no, I don't think we do a subscription to it, but it's bi-monthly.
It's not every month.
Yeah,
That means every other month,
every other month,
yes.
yes. So every other month, or is it quarterly?
I'm sure it's
quarterly. I think it's
bi-monthly.
I think it is bi-monthly. So every other month, yes. So but yeah, these are the sort of simple things that you can do with them, or make them even more. But I think that's just a really beautiful card.
And of course, when you get the magazine, you'll get those freebies within, beautifully packaged for you, which I think is great. So again, if you want, you can actually use the packaging again for some of your crafty projects. So those are all beautifully packaged up for you. You've got all of your papers, of course, as well within this magazine, and of course your digital papers included in there too. And of course, you've got a 68-page magazine jam-packed full of ideas, of hints, tips, inspiration. There's little quizzes in there, your crossword, your Sudoku. There's the the cards that you guys have sent in as well. But as you can see, front to back to front, jam-packed full of craftability. I won't show you any more than that, but what I will say is value for money wise is amazing. To get the old crafty mojo going, fantastic. You definitely need to jump in and grab this, dispatching from a week tomorrow. £10.39 or $15.96 is the deal. Nice to hear as well that a lot of you are adding issue 1 into your baskets too. And again, this is just brilliant for the fact that you've got it in this little case, which I love so much, beautifully presented. And like somebody suggested a few moments ago, it's great to kind of keep all of the elements from each magazine within each of the little cases that you get. So you've got your magazine, again, jam-packed full of ideas, all of your papers in there. Those are your 3 freebies, once again, beautifully packaged up. So it's nice to keep everything all together. And again, exclusive content within that. Your bonus papers in there too, and brand new projects and ideas for crafters of all levels. If you want to go for both of those today, you can do. They're £10.39 each if you're platinum, or $15.96. Lots and lots of you telling me on the socials that you're jumping in, and if you're not getting both because you've already got one, you're definitely jumping in and getting number 2. Gorgeous card, says Rose M. Baker on Facebook. Bethan just saying, beautiful card, Debbie. Can't wait for mine to arrive. And this is so pretty, Debbie. You are so inspiring, says Diane Shaw on Facebook. Right. One other thing, which is absolutely flying out of the door this week, and I am not surprised at all, because whenever we have this item in stock, it goes out of stock just as quickly as anything. We're talking about those ink daubers. We've got them this week on our Get It Got It Good deal. These are phenomenal. You've got 40 of your little finger daubers included in this bundle, in your storage case as well. Plus, we're going to give you a selection of your opaque pigment ink pads in Chinese red, honey pot, fuchsia, green topaz, ocean blue, spring meadow, crushed velvet, and also your lagoon. Really, really popular. Get It Got It Good. I know hundreds of these have gone already. Launched it yesterday. Supposed to be here through until Sunday of next week, but I have a feeling that they may disappear before then, because, as I say, it's one of those items that you think about, and 9 times out of 10 they do disappear quite quickly. Just for people who haven't seen these before, Debbie, I know Michelle was using these a lot yesterday. When might I use these as opposed to potentially the bigger blending tools, for example? When do these come into their own?
So these are great for small detail. They're great for adding inks to stamps, so you can do different colours onto your stamps. They're also amazing with your stencils. So think about all your intricate stencils that you can get into. You might also have just little tiny pieces of your craft where you want to get detail into, and they're going to work just so well. These have become, everyone up here, everyone uses them. We just use them time and time again. In fact, we so used one of them, we had to chuck them out the other day because they were the first ones that we had, and they were so mucky and well used that we then thought, you know what, we need to have some new ones. So, but yeah, they are going to last you a long time. You're not going to have like 12 people using them in a week, and every single day. And that's what it gets to the stage at. You can put them on 2 or 3 fingers. Craig does it on 3. I can only manage 2, otherwise I start dipping in the wrong pots and then I start getting the ink on the wrong ones. They're just great to use and just so good that they're all kept in a tin or in a tub, and you don't get ink anywhere, which is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And the fact that you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 8 of them there, isn't there? So you've got 8 of your pigment ink pads already there. So you've got 8 used up already, another 32 that you can use for all of the other ink pads that you've got. Lots of people chatting that they've already bought these when they were here before they went out of stock again, and you're coming back in to get more because they are that useful. So whilst they are here, make sure you do grab them, because guaranteed those will disappear very quickly, and I would not be surprised if they sell out before the end of the week. Now, something else which will disappear, not before the end of the week, which will disappear by the end of play today, are the 25% off deals that we've got on our machines. So many of you have taken advantage of these deals. I think potentially a lot of you have been going for the deal on the Pro, because I think that's one of the machines, probably the main machine that a lot of people aspire to have. I know lots of you potentially already have a lot of the other machines. The Pro's the newest one, the biggest one, the Beast. And you know what? It's not, one of those kind of items where you might just buy on a whim. It's something that potentially you will have to save up to. But, at these sort of deals, it makes it a little bit easier to buy. The Junior, as we were chatting about earlier on, is again a great machine. Perhaps if you're looking to step up from a manual machine, your first electronic machine to get started with, and you're also going to save a 25% discount on this one. So it's normally $139.99, just shy of $200. This is the price today, and today only. It will go back up to the price it should be, that one there that's scrubbed out. If you're platinum, it's £83.99 or $119.97. And remember, with all of our machines, you're going to get that pressure, like I almost say like industry leading pressure. Like you get the perfect cut, the perfect emboss that you want each and every time. You're also going to get with your machines as well the ability to be able to pause and reverse your plates. I mean, they're quick anyway, but sometimes potentially you don't want to run the plates all the way through and wait. Maybe it's like a smaller die cut, or if you haven't filled your plate up. The brilliant thing about the Gemini is you can stop it and reverse it. And also, I know a worry perhaps with a lot of people is kind of plate combinations. If you're worried that you've got the wrong one, the Gemini is brilliant for the fact that it won't do something that it doesn't want to do. Do you know what I mean? And you've seen it here on the channel. You have seen it here on the channel where we've tried to potentially run a sandwich through, it's been the wrong one, and the machine will spit it out again for you. That's the great thing about it. But what I would say to you is, if you're thinking about buying, you get an instruction booklet, you get everything that you need to get started, and there is so much out there on our website, on our YouTube channel, as far as tutorials are concerned, on things like, building your sandwiches, on things like using them to cut dies, using them to emboss. There's loads and loads of information out there, and so you're never going to be stuck. Whilst I've just been chatting there and saying my piece, Debbie's been having a really fun game with the other side of the studio. It's called How Many Geminis Can You Balance on Top of Each Other Without Them Falling Over? And it is 3. It's a world record. No, the reason we've done this is just to show the difference in the sizes of the machines, right?
Absolutely. And I don't think it's until you can see the differences in their sizes. I mean, the Gemini Pro is an absolute beast. It is the most amazing machine. If you do a ton of crafting, you want that 12 by 12 match, you want that A3 match, you want those big projects that you want to do, you want to cut up multiple things at a time, this machine is for you. It is a total workhorse and it is amazing. I can't even begin to explain how nice it feels to feed the plates through this machine, because it truly is just beautiful. But you know what, we also know it's a real considered purchase. It is a large machine. You do need quite a bit of space for it. But I have to say, I now own a Pro and I didn't want to get one because I don't have the space. I don't have a craft room anymore, but I do put it out on the top of my chest of drawers in my bedroom. So when I need it, and actually it doesn't really affect the room. I've got white furniture, machine's white, looks slick. I mean, it's a sexy machine, isn't it?
It is a sexy machine.
Absolutely. So there's always a space for it if you can stretch to those extra pennies, and at that price, it's incredible. The Gemini is my go-to machine. It's the one I use all the time. I love the fact, and actually I'm going to say, because I use my Gemini Junior plates through here, you can also use your A4 machines through the Pro.
Oh yes, of course.
So it works the same. So they each go. So the Gemini plates, the Gemini Junior plates will work in the Gemini plates will work in the Gemini Pro. So it's all those hidden extras that you can get out of your machine. So if you do think that you're going to get the benefit out of a big machine, go for that one, but get some sets of plates for the Gemini, because then if you just need to do a few bits, you've still got your machine to do that, and it's even quicker. It's really sleek, really fast. The Gemini, obviously, they've got the name of Gemini to them. They're all workhorses. The Gemini Junior is the one that so many people, I think this one is probably the one that sold the most. That was a while ago that Sarah told me that, so it could have changed. I don't really know, but the Gemini was the one that the Gemini Junior was the one that we sell the most of, and I think because it's a reasonable price point for an electronic machine, it's amazing. I mean, £104. It's such a good price. I still know that's a considered purchase, but if you want to start your journey into die cutting, these are definitely the machines for you. You just choose which one you have, but you can tell. I mean, they're all so beautiful, so lovely. This one's quite portable, so it's not as heavy as the other machines, so you can put it about everywhere. I would say the Gemini Pros are very heavy machines, so you want where you put it, you want to leave it, or get a Lazy Susan. I mean, I know we had some in stock. I'm not quite sure if we've got them anymore. Or does it come with the Lazy Susan? Not sure. Are we out?
No.
So no. And then you've got your Junior. All come with those handles at the side, so they are liftable. What you'll find shocking, if you have a die cutting machine in the past, plates are really heavy. Plates aren't heavy with the Gemini, and that is amazing. So if you do have trouble with lifting up things, putting them through. A true story here, Ben. When I was demoing in a store once before, there was a lady there who had been in a car accident, and she didn't have use of one of her arms, and she really wanted a Gemini. So I did a demonstration one-handed to see if we were able to pick them up, and she bought the Gemini there and then because she couldn't believe how easy it was, because literally once you put everything through, even with one hand, she could pick them up and feed them through. It meant she could craft again. So these machines are absolutely incredible, and I just love the fact that we can help people to make their lives happier with a bit of crafting in it. And I mean, you know out there how that feels. It is about community, it's about the die cutting, but it's about being crafty and having so much fun. And the machines do that.
And the other thing, just to quickly to chat about, because I know this is something which does come up now and again. So obviously you've got your Junior, which is a smaller machine, to your Gemini, which is a smaller machine to the Pro. But the pressure that you get, what I'm trying to get at, just because it's a smaller machine doesn't mean you don't get less pressure in the Junior than you would in the Pro, do you?
Oh, not at all. They're all exactly the same. You just get bigger platforms.
Yeah.
So, but your pressure, and there's no weak spots in there, no sweet spots. You haven't got to line everything to the top or to the sides. If you want to put it smack bang in the middle and send it through to cut it, you can do that. And I absolutely implore you to try, if you're going to go for a die cut machine, use the dies that you've had in your stash from a while ago that are hard to cut. and cut them through, because that tells you how good the pressure is with them. And please don't think that we're ever upgrade. Even another company, if they bought out machines like this, cannot make better. They can make them the same. We can't put any more pressure in the Gemini. There is absolutely ultimate pressure. Otherwise your dies will start to break, your papers will start to warp. And I just think they have something, they offer something that's not on the market in die cutting machines.
Absolutely right. And the amount of times, again, that I've read since I've been here, people going, oh, well, I used another cut and embossing machine before the Gemini, and I can't believe how, good the Gemini was compared to it. Or, I've just bought my first Gemini and I used to use XYZ machine. Now I'll never go back. The amount of you who say that, how good the Gemini machine is, whether it's the Junior, whether it's the Gemini, whether it's the Pro, whether it's one of our manual machines, basically the word on the street is we're doing something right here. And how many of you as well have literally got all of the machines? Surely that tells you and points to you that if you're not yet owning one of our machines, you need to jump in and get one and see how potentially this could change your crafty life. And today is the day to do that, because you'll get 25% off, but only until the end of play today. I know a few of you are, but keep the comments coming through as well. If you own one of our machines, tell everybody else. All right, it's all very well for me to tell you how great the machines are, because that's my job. But you guys, tell everybody else. If you've got a Gemini Junior, tell everyone else in the comments. Maybe tell the newbies why you love your machine so much, why they should get their hands on it, and we'll read some of those comments out as we head through the show. But if you want some more details on the Gemini Junior, here's a little video which will give you some more information and explanation. Just before we go to talk about one of the busiest items on the show, just a few questions that have come in, general questions. Hannah Hicks says, I always get glue bubbles with the dotty tape pen. Is it because I'm pressing too hard? I need to know the magic.
Glue bubbles?
Bubbles, it says here.
Glue bubbles?
The dotty tape pen.
Yeah, I've never had that, so
No.
I don't really know, Hannah. The dotty one, I mean, it doesn't clog.
No.
I mean, there is I say a skill, there is a little bit of a way to use them. Let me find myself a little bit of a scrap piece of card. You have to sort of keep them in a line. So if I pop them down here, there's this bit here, which is like some ridges.
Yeah.
And you put your finger onto the top and you keep that low, because a lot of people do that. They come up with their hand.
So don't come too
so
high.
you do keep them low. And then as you pull it, you literally, and then flick at the end. And then if I show you that, see you've got those sticky dots, but I've never had any, I mean, that is just flat. The only thing I could think of is if you're pulling it up and away, but these just don't do that. I've never noticed that these do that. It literally, wherever you put them, Yeah, so I don't actually know what you mean, so apologies because I've never had that happen. Possibly, is it the dotty one or is it the straight one? Because sometimes the straight one gets some sort of glue globules around here, which you have to sort of pull away, which is the only thing I could think about bubbling.
Yeah. Well, Hannah, come back to us if that hasn't answered it.
Yeah, sorry, Hannah. I wish I could help more. I've not really had that with these pens. They're just amazing, and I'm sure that you're not doing anything wrong. The only other thing I can think of, sometimes you get like man-made paper. Sometimes when you put this on a certain surface of card, it pulls the card away.
Oh, and that could have maybe,
because it's flaky, so that might be causing some issues. I can't think of anything else that it could be. So apologies, I can't help you anymore than that.
Sarah Paris on Facebook, how do the downloads work? So that's of course talking about the magazine. It's normally like a little QR code. It's a link, isn't it, in the magazine to copy? Yeah,
I think that's all it is. I haven't looked fully myself, but I'm pretty sure it's all in the magazine, and it will explain that it's just a code. I think you go onto our website, type in the downloads, and you put your code in.
I remember from the previous one, you get it's a link, and it's also if you've got like a QR code scanner on your phone or your tablet, you can scan it and it will take you to it. But if not, the link is there. You just type into your computer, and then that's how you can get your downloads. And Anna's just asked, how do you clean the daubers? I'm not so sure that you do you really?
No, you don't. No, you don't clean them.
You just have one for the
each
different
colour.
colours. Yeah. That's why we give you so many. So you've got 40 within here, including the storage. Of course, if you need more, you can grab more. But yeah, that's the genius about these, is that you've got one, for each colour. I was chatting to Michelle yesterday about these actually, and just sort of saying like mixing and matching. It's best to kind of keep one for each, isn't it, really? Yeah,
so you could mix and match. So I think if you're thinking about pigment ink pads and quick drying ink pads, you could contaminate. And I've done it many a times. It's not really going to contaminate in that sense of the word. It's not going to do it any harm. But the pigment ink pad is a chalky, opaque, and it's a completely different ink. So if you start using your little dauber that you've used on that and then put it into your quick drying, you're going to start loading that with it. So what I would recommend that you definitely use separate ones. And actually you can get away with just using like one of them for all your pinks in one range, one of them for all your pinks in the pigment, one of them for all the pinks. And all you have to do to clean, so earlier when I was using the dauber that I had, and I'll show you, all I did was I blotted it on a piece of tissue. So once you blot that tissue down, it takes off the darker colour, and then I could put it into the light ink, and then that's how we got the light colour. And you can see by taking that off, I've then managed to get just the lighter colour coming round on this one. So you can clean them in the sense of taking the colour out until they colour no more, but you don't really need to clean them any other way. Just keep them for each individual colour.
Thank you. Dan's just ordered her magazines. Good news. Sarah Kay says, I love my junior, but I've gone for the A4 Gemini so I can work on memory books and making bigger cards. Angela says, I've got all the Gemini machines, manual and electronic. I love them all. Joy Sampson, hi Joy, says, I have them all. I use them all, manual and electronic. They are fabulous game changers. This is what I'm talking about. This is what you guys are saying about the machines. Sharon says, I like that I can stack my Mini on top of the Gemini. Then it's handy just to grab and use. I've not tried putting the MIDI on top of the Gemini, but I reckon you probably could. Dieta says, I have the Mini. It's a must-have. I use it most every time that I craft. This is what I'm talking about. Check the comments, see what everyone's saying about our fabulous machines. And whilst you are there, take a look at some of the other fab deals that we've got on the show. Launch party, of course, where we look back at some of our biggest launches over the course of the last few weeks. These have been so super popular. We featured them yesterday and hundreds of them sold. Once again, these are selling like hotcakes today. It's the Floral Decoupage Pads, Stamp and Die collection. What you get with these is 4 collections, and within each of the collections, you get your decoupage pads. Now you've got 48 sheets within each of the different collections. So this one here is your beautiful lilies. And as you can see, this just makes floral decoupage so achievable for everybody, because within your 48 sheets, you've got 48 pages of the flowers that match up with the dies that you're going to cut out, and they're all numbered up for you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've also got the stamp included in there as well. So should you just want to stamp out your own colours, for example, you can then use these dies in conjunction with the stamp. But what I didn't realise until Debbie mentioned it a little bit earlier on, because I was thinking, well, where are the numbers on the actual dies themselves? There's a little bobble on each of the dies for you to line up with the number that you've got within the images on your paper pad. So it makes it so nice and easy for you to be able to create these 3D dimensional bouquets. So there's your beautiful lilies. You've also got in here these stunning roses, the roses in bloom. Again, 48 pages, all of the dies that you need to work in conjunction with those, and you've got your stamp there too. And again, when you look at this as far as like accessible craft is concerned, it's right there for you. But also think how many times you're going to be using flowers on your projects, whether you're using them as the focal point of a card, as an embellishment maybe to add on your boxes, home decor projects as well. They're so super usable. That one there is Spring is Here with that beautiful spring bouquet. And then lastly, stunning, is your poppies. This one's called Precious Poppies, and once again a paper pad with each and every one of these collections, 48 sheets, 192 decoupage sheets in total, with almost £28, $39 saving for £60.79 if you're platinum, or $87.16. We'll have a look at some finished samples with Debbie right now, but again, Debbie, it's like what you'll make with these will look absolutely stunning, but the system that we've put in place for everyone just makes it like so easy, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And sometimes we just need some simpler crafting without faffing about with anything. Yeah. It's just a case of like, let's have some beautiful sort of pads and dies that go with those beautiful pads. And it's just so simple to marry the two together and just have them, because these are great if you love batch making. You can literally decorate them onto anything, your picture frames, your scrapbooking, all your different cards that you've got going throughout the year, especially things like Easter, Mother's Day, all those things where we really just tend to go for florals. They're going to be amazing. And I love the fact, if we look on here, that you can do so many different concept cards. So thinking of your easel cards, or your framed nesting die cards that you can do. They just look so pretty. I mean, that's a yellow rose, but with nothing else is yellow on there. So they're going to tone in with so many of the papers that you've got in your stash. And it is a case of just using up all those sort of bit box that you've got with all your different papers. I love the designs of these. I think there's so much you can do with them. You don't have to just keep it where you're just using one design. You can use a couple on each one. And then these ones here are actually the stamps. So using the stamps and colour them in and getting, I mean, look at that. It's a huge 3D amount on there. And you can stamp and cut out as many as you want because you've got the dies to do them. Another one here. This one is absolutely stunning as well. Just colouring them with different mediums, just using a nice sentiment to pop on there, and then they look beautiful. So let's bring in, I'm going to be using the Precious Poppies, because I do have a precious poppy as my own. I have a poppy, you have a daisy.
Exactly, yeah.
I nearly had a lily, because we was going to have a poppy and a lily, but she didn't look like a lily when she came out, so she got called Kyra. No, Poppy was my first daughter, and then Kyra come along, and we had the name Lily for her, and she just really did not look like a lily at all.
Was Kyra always the backup name, or did that just?
No, I was quite poorly in hospital, so I was in there a few weeks before she was due, and on the ward there was another lady that got really friendly with Jane, and her eldest daughter was called Kyra, and I remember saying, oh, do you like the name Kyra? Her daughter's called Kyra, and that's where it come from. So, oh yeah, that's quite nice. So.
Do you know what? Just quickly, sorry, talking about names. So Daisy was either going to be a Grace or a Daisy,
right?
And she's definitely a Daisy, not a Grace. But her middle name is Lauren,
right?
And her middle name is Lauren because Laura decided that she wanted to have that middle name because that was the name of the midwife who looked after her and helped deliver her. So she's Daisy Lauren. And what we didn't realise, which I just think is the cutest thing ever, when we told them, all the family, my dad said, he messaged us going, what a brilliant middle name to call her. How did you come up with that? And we were like, what are you talking about, Lauren? And he was like, yeah, you did it because it's the combination of both of your names, right? And we never even thought Laura and Ben.
Oh, wow.
Lauren. And we were like, Oh yeah, well we thought about that for
really
ages.
clever, yeah.
But yeah, Lauren, Ben.
It's funny how names come about, isn't
Yeah.
it? So, but we did name Akira Rose, so she's got the name Rose, so she
Cute.
sort of connects with her sister, so there's sort of two flowers. So I think now she wishes she was called Lily. Always the way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so what you're going to do is take a page
page?
out of your book,
Point.
and then you've got your dies. Now, if you want to use the stamps, stamp them first and then cut them out, and then cut it and stamp and cut whichever ones you want. So stamp the whole thing, cut out the whole thing. Stamp it again, just cut out the one. Stamp it again or cut out the two, and do it like that, and then you can start building them up. What I would also recommend, and I've done it myself in the past, don't colour each one as you do it and then put them on, because your colouring is not going to get noticed. Just colour the ones that are going to be on top.
Got you.
So if you're going to do the two, you only need to colour this one here. And another little tip, colour the edges of the stamp, so then when you put the other ones on, you can't see through it and it looks like it's coloured underneath.
Clever.
So yeah, so you can, that's a good way to use those. There's also, I didn't bring that one out, I want to show you that one. Oh, you might have it, Ben, is the one where it's got it in the background.
Oh, the stamp in the background with the pop, that one there.
I just think that's
really good.
So clever, such a clever use of using just that stamp in the background and then have that pop. And you wouldn't think that was the stamp, would you?
No,
it looks
absolutely
like
not.
printed paper.
Really clever.
And that's really clever because what's happened there, if you get your ice grey marker and go around the edges, can you see there's like, it's given that a shadow around them, and it just makes it pop. It's it's a genius card, that one. I love
Julie
it.
Howard designed that one, so yeah, brilliant.
It's absolutely
Julie.
beautiful. Right, so what Ben was saying before is on to here. If I put my finger there, can you see they've all got this little round notch on there? That notch then goes onto your relevant number. So the numbers aren't done to match the number, they're done to match this little nodule, so you can put them straight on and know they're going to go in the right place.
Yeah.
And each one has one of those. So put that one off. So this one goes, this is a funny one, this one. It's got a weird shape, but it's that flat edge at the side. So on my 3, I know that's then going to go on my number 2. And then we can bring our other ones out. And obviously, again, we've got that little nodule, pop that onto there. And then we've got our double one. And then we'll pop that on there. And then we've got our extra ones here to cut out the leaves. So, and in fact, I've got the leaves. We don't need to cut out anymore, so we don't have to do all of them. But you can see, you can pop them on and die cut in one go, which is quite incredible, because when you think about what you're actually die cutting out, which is a full page of die cuts, they're done really quickly. And what I like about them, Ben, as well, is they're on uncoated cardstock.
Oh, right, okay.
Which means you can use your inks, you can use your glossy highlights, you can put anything you want on top of them to accentuate them.
Lots of love coming through for this collection. Lots of love for our daughter's names coming through as well. George is saying, "Oh, Ben, I love that." Yeah, we loved it too. The whole Daisy Lauren thing. I do wish we'd actually thought of that, that and been that clever. But as I say, sadly that wasn't the
I
case.
named my goddaughter Daisy.
Oh, did you?
I say I named her. We were round the table talking about names when my friend was pregnant.
Yeah.
And she knew she wanted, because my friend was a twin and she lost her twin, and her twin was called Samantha. And so they knew they wanted Samantha as the middle name, so they needed a name to go with it. So we were going through all these names, and I was like, "Oh, what about Daisy? I love Daisy. I like floral names." And we was like, "Daisy Samantha." Oh, yes. And it stuck, and they named her Daisy Samantha.
It's such a it's such a funny thing, isn't it? When you think about how you sit there and do it when you've got a child on the way. How you you flick through all of the books and you look at all of the names, and I can't even remember how on earth when we came up with all the different names. How Daisy sort of came into the fold, or how Grace was the other one. How George was a George. I can't remember. George is a good name. I mean, especially if you work here, George, and George, of course. 3 Georges we've got here. It's a good, strong English name, isn't it? George. And Daisy, yeah, just a really cute name. And the thing with George and Daisy at the time as well is we had a look through, they always published the lists of the most popular children's names, and they were sort of fairly popular, but not in the top 10. They were just on the outskirts of the top 10. But then, of course, shortly after, William and Kate had George, and then the name George obviously skyrocketed. But we got there first.
It's strange, isn't it? Because when my daughter was pregnant with her second, we were convinced, absolutely convinced she was having a boy, because she never found out with either one. And she'd already had a girl, and it was all just so different, and her shape was different, and she was carrying all out front, and we was like, yeah, definitely boy. But I think we'd absolutely convinced ourselves that it was a boy, and they were going to name him Archie.
Yeah.
And I was there at the birth. I was lucky enough to be there at my daughter's birth. At my granddaughter's birth, honestly, the most amazing thing I've ever experienced in my life. So different to actually giving birth to then.
I can imagine.
Well, yeah. It was so amazing. But I almost felt like, and as much as I was pleased when Ava come out, I felt like I was grieving for Archie, because I convinced myself I was having a grandson.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was very surreal, very strange. So I've got extra ones as well. So I've added in a couple of extra ones just to get some dimension there. We've also got some added leaves, so we can pop them on and use those.
George is a king's name, Ben, says Carol. Absolutely it is. King George. And James has said, Ben, I had my daughter Ben. A boy, we were going to name him Sean. Since it was a girl, we named her Chanel, which is, lovely, lovely name.
Very nice.
It's really interesting to know how all of these names come about. I was at both of my children's births as well. So I know some dads can't, for whatever reason, if they're working or whatever, or they can't get there. But it was just amazing. And George took ages. And Daisy, she just didn't hang around.
Oh, that was a bit like mine, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, well, Jordan, my first, he took 9 hours.
Yeah, George took 12.
Oh, okay. And then Poppy, literally, it felt like she shot out in...
The same with Daisy.
Yeah.
Same with Daisy. We're in there 5 minutes.
2 hours. Well, it was 2 hours and 19 minutes, but I thought that was quite quick. It just happened so quickly.
After having been there for George, where hilariously, after about 8 hours, I disappeared to go and get a McDonald's. I had to keep my energy up, obviously. I was sort of getting myself ready for the long haul for Daisy. And again, literally, I think it was probably under a couple of hours. It was so quick. But just the two of the most amazing things that's ever happened to me. Getting all emotional now.
I know, it is amazing though. It was so nice to look at it from a different perspective.
Yeah.
I loved it. I filmed my daughter.
Did you?
She asked me to. I didn't just do it.
The thing is,
she wanted to see it herself afterwards. So
it's the most amazing thing. It's like Georgina just said, "Oh, I don't think I could watch." I'm not particularly squeamish, but you can't explain it until you're there in the moment. It's the most amazing thing in the world.
It is the most amazing thing in the world. Yeah, absolutely.
How's the box coming on anyway?
Yeah.
Who thought we'd talk about childbirth?
We won't fit a baby in there.
No, a little bit bigger, I think.
Oh, I love babies. I'm just really, there comes that child, obviously I'm a woman of a certain age and couldn't even have children now, but it's very sad to think you won't have any more children. But I'm definitely that baby magnet, like whenever there's a baby, I literally just want to go and cuddle it. It's
Same.
just, oh, I love it. Love babies so much.
It's nice now to have a cuddle, isn't it? And then to give back, because we've obviously got a few of our team here who've had babies recently.
Do you know what? It's what I love about being a nan, because I feel like, I'm not doing very well with my pens tonight. I feel like I have all the fun and none of the responsibility.
Yeah, exactly.
And
right.
I feel like I can be a bit naughty.
Yeah.
And my mum used to do it, and it used to drive me mad. Like, Mum, don't do that. And now I do the same thing, and I just go, I'm allowed. I'm the nan. It's allowed.
Yeah, they've asked mum and dad like so many times, or do you know what I mean? You're not allowed to do this, not allowed to do that, and then it's like nanny or granddad.
Yeah,
soft touch.
absolutely.
You see, I mean that would be me, I'm sure. If and when my kids ever have their own children, that'll definitely be me.
It's scary, isn't it?
I know. Betty just said my daughter Karen was named after Karen Carpenter, the singer.
Oh, that's so
and I found out years later that they shared the same birthday, so that's great.
That's
lovely stories. Keep them funny.
I share a birthday with Prince William.
Do you really?
And Craig, of course. And he's a prince, isn't he?
June the 21st.
Yes, summer solstice babies. I was well chuffed when Prince William was born on my birthday.
Oh, I thought you said somersaulting day.
Somersaulting day.
What is that? Yeah, somersaulting day.
Is that a new one? That's funny. Right, so all I'm doing is I've made a really simple box and I want to keep it nice and simple. I've just used my nesting dies to create that sort of black and white centre, but just using that pop of colour with a sort of pinky red, and then we can put our poppies right in the centre. So let's just pop in the glue on, and then we can stick this on the front. So we'll just pop that into place here. And then you can always use these to decorate as well, which I love. So you can actually pop these around. Let me get my glue gel, because they'll be the easiest ones to pop into place. And then I do have just a little sentiment here, which is with love. And we're just going to pop that across the bottom. There we go. Everyone shares birthdays with somebody, don't they, I suppose?
Say what?
Everyone is a share of birthdays in some ways.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And then we'll just pop these.
Kirsty just says, my son was named after a Star Trek character. I couldn't think of a boy's name, but I was watching Star Trek Deep Space Nine and chose the name.
It's not called Deep Space.
No, that's what I thought he was going to say. I chose the name Jake after Jake Sisko. I don't watch the show, but I like that.
It is funny because I think a lot of babies have names of. I'm going to put that down a bit more. Let's pop that up there. Yeah, my my daughter's friend named her baby after Roo. Her name's Roo, not from Winnie the Pooh, from the Hunger Games film.
I've not seen it.
Yeah, so
Roo from Winnie the Pooh's in the Hunger Games.
No, Roo, but not Roo from Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, right.
Roo from the Hunger Games. So not kangaroos like Roo. R-O-O, it's R-U-E.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Roo.
Roo. But do you ever remember you used to look at TV credits when they come down afterwards, and film credits, to see what names you could pick out and see if there was any unusual names?
Yeah.
Used to do all that as well.
Laura just said, my daughter's named after Dana. Is named Dana after the character on The X-Files. Oh, that was Mulder and Scully. Was it Dana? Dana Scully. And I was with my son and daughter-in-law when she gave birth to all three of my grandchildren, says Dieta. It was the most amazing experience of my life.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree.
Talk about amazing.
I know, there we go. We've done our box, we've done our decoupage, just using those flowers to decorate it, but really beautiful.
And these, again, perfect, for whatever occasion, really. Just talking about, new babies. If you, want to create a little card for mum and dad, welcome the new baby into the world. Perfect flowers for whatever occasion, whether it be for birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, retirements, sympathy cards as well. You think about when you would use flowers within your, your crafting, making your cards. Pretty much they're applicable for all sorts of different occasions. And this is a great collection. As we're finding out on the show, you're going to get a 48-page decoupage pad with each of the sets, plus, of course, the dies and the stamps as well. Hopefully, you've seen how easy it is to be able to achieve these amazing bouquets. So you've got the poppies there that we just saw, the beautiful lilies also included within this collection. And remember, you get a pad of each collection. So the roses in bloom. I'm like Georgina, every time I see that, I want to break into Seal. Now that my rose is in bloom, light in on the bay. And finally, spring is here. All of those you're going to get is 26 elements, 192 decoupage sheets, £103 or $147. We laugh in your face. We're giving you £28 off nearly $39, bringing that down to $75.99 or $108.95. That is £60.79 or $87.16 if you're platinum and you're shopping with us in the US. Now, just to let you know, we've got a busy sort of final 35 minutes to come, because not only do we have to get you to vote on the demo of the show, we also need you to vote on the demo of the day. And because it's the last day of the month, I mean, come on, the end of November, you need to vote on the demo of the month. I think this is the first time I've done a demo of the month. I've never ever done this before, so this is hugely exciting. So we'll get all of that lined up very, very soon for you. But before all of that, let's just recap on something else which is hugely exciting. We have got issue 2 of your Crafters Inspiration magazine. Number 1 is also on the show for you as well, but this is the brand new one, dispatching from Thursday next week. £10.39 is the platinum price, $15.96. Loads of you loving the New Look magazine. Of course, if you haven't got issue 1, it is available on the show, but we bring you it in this beautiful case, and when you open him up, inside, oh yes, you've got all of your freebies in there, which we'll get Debbie to take you through in just a few moments' time. I'm talking about a wonderful selection of papers. You've also got 3 little surprise envelopes in there too, which again, we'll get Debbie to open this one up so you can see exactly what you've got inside in just a few moments' time. But you've also got a fantastic, top-notch magazine, which is jam-packed front to back with crafty ideas, crafty pictures, demonstrations, projects, makes, loads of hints, tips. There's crosswords in here, Sudoku puzzles. There's chances for you to get involved as well. It is quite simply amazing. And also inside the magazine, you've got the code for you to be able to get your downloadable elements as well. 75 tips and tricks inside. All of these goodies as well, which I'll let Debbie take you through, plus all of the papers, which we'll flick through to in just a second. It's a steal at £10.39 or $15.96. When you consider, even before we talk about the magazine, the value of the freebies that you're going to get in here. I mean, we totted up earlier, and a kind of minimal estimate, we're talking maybe sort of around £18, £20 worth.
I think the fact that you're getting something in here that you wouldn't be able to buy, you wouldn't be able to find anywhere else, that's always a bonus when you're looking for a magazine. I used to go to the shops and buy a magazine based on what the freebies were. Yeah. So I've always done that with crafting, but I've learned over the years that actually you are paying a lot for those freebies, where you get so many adverts in there and so many things you don't want to see, and by the time you flick through it, there's not that many projects in there that you want to be able to do. What I love about these magazines is not only are they jam-packed with projects, they haven't got anything in there. Hang on, I'm just going to move these out the way. I've got issue 1 there. Let's go to issue 2 because this is our newest one, just for anyone that hasn't got them. So straight away you can see it's in a beautiful folder. I love the way that we are doing everything now and packaging it really beautifully. Each one of these little folders holds your different things. So this is obviously your consumables. So take off that little belly band and you've got all your consumables in there. I mean, in this one you're getting your die cutting sheet, so all of these will pop out, you can see. You can then reprint them out by downloading them, but obviously you'd need to then cut them out. But you're getting all those beautiful papers, which truly are so lovely. Lots of beautiful colours in there. You've got your toppers to match it on top, but then you've got your freebies. So your actual content in here, you're getting your embossing folder, a beautiful one to use, which you can really do on so many different things. So if I bring this one in here, you can see having it in the background or using it double on each one of the folds just looks incredible. We've then got that die, so you can see that die in the one we were using there, having it across the top of your card here and having that beautiful friendship die. I love this card here. You've got that on one of those scored at the diagonal, cutting it across there. And then this one here, this stamp is actually another one that we've got, which is these beautiful stamps. I mean, you're going to use these on so many different things. Use them as little tags and charms. Maybe even if you've got some stays on ink and you have a little leather tag, you could actually put this onto your leather tag, colour it in with your gold metallic pencils or your silver ones. So beautiful stamp set you're getting then. But the thing that we're really wanting in this magazine is the 75 projects that you are getting in here, which is incredible. What I also love about it, Ben, before we used to only put projects in the magazine. Most of them were based on what was what we had in the magazine, what you could make with the magazine.
I see.
What we do now is we give you projects in here of things that you may have already bought with Crafters Companion. So like here, so when we was talking about the sassy and classy stamps, we've actually got projects if you already own them. So it's just all about Crafters Companion. So Joe Garrett has given us beautiful inspiration there. If I turn that over, you can see we've got skill levels on there, we've got naming of them, we've got everything, all hints and tips of how you add depth here, telling you how to lay down the colour. Everything is explained in there. I've never had a magazine like this where everything is step by step explained. Everything you've got in here. If you've got your Enchanted Dreams, Sarah's got a piece on here, Creating with Sarah. In fact, we've got her card just here, that one. So being able to create this beautiful card, which is truly amazing. And it's taking you through all of that. Sarah gives you a little talk there, which is like, oh, look, we're showing another sneaky peek. Don't do that. Ask the experts. There's so much in here. I don't want to show too much because I don't want it to get too spoiled when you get home. But things like this, creating little books in here, going right to the back, we've got our crafty chat. Then it explains our Gemini family. It really is page to page. You've got everything you could possibly need to have that, because it's one of those things. It's almost like your crafty Bible, isn't it? Where you can like go to, have a good read, have a good play with it, think of all the things that you can do, which is quite incredible and quite amazing.
Yes.
So that's our second issue. Now you're probably wondering, I thought I've heard of Crafters Inspiration before. We've had so many out. I think we got up to about issue 30 plus, which was amazing, but we've decided to combine it all, and it's a global magazine, which means worldwide now this magazine people are owning. So if you didn't get our first issue, we've got that on the show as well. So pop the first issue in your basket, or give it as a gift. If you've already got it, it's such good value. To give this as a gift is incredible. And maybe even if you wanted to go for a mini or something, so you can go with these dies. It starts someone off on their crafty journey. And this works the same way, but it's different themes. So this one, we've got our Christmas papers in here. So again, let's take these out and have a good look. So take away that little belly band there, and then we can have a flick through. But these are gorgeous papers. So you can see, oh, they're all sticking together. This is, I think they're actually got bound together. Yeah, so let's do them that way. So yeah, beautiful designs that you've got in there. Really lovely papers. And you can download those. So you've got them for life, which is amazing. You're then getting the beautiful Christmas tree stamps and your sentiments. You've got the little pot there, the angel, the star, all the pieces that go on a Christmas tree. Quite a contemporary piece, that one. I love it. Then you're getting this one, which is a great die set to own. Just with having your pine cone there, your leaves, your little rose set, it's all these things are going to really aid and make all your Christmas makes just take it to that next level. And then we've got that beautiful stencil. So if you've gone for the daubers, this is brilliant. When I'm saying about getting into small detail, those little daubers that we've got on with the pigment inks are amazing for that. And then of course the magazine. These are absolutely beautiful to read through. It's absolutely explaining every step of the way of all the projects, everything you get in there. So these pieces here, we've got our Bianca, who's on the back of the issue that we had on the second issue. She's explained how you can turn your stamps into Christmas cards. So you can see here straight away, this whole card is done with the papers, the stamps in the set with the sentiment stamps. And look at these, the pine cones in there, all those leaves, that's your die set. That's one card using those freebies, which is amazing. And then just flicking through, you might have some of our Christmas stamps that we've had in there to do your decoupage, giving you a look at our year of crafts, lots of different things, taking a break, doing those puzzles, just being able to flick through, finding projects that you really love. There's templates in here, and there should be another one on the back. Yeah, so you've got 2 templates in there. That's giving you a sneaky peek of the issue that we're showing you today, which is so in your next issue that will give you a sneaky peek of what's coming up in the 3rd issue. And again, right at the back, we've got our crafty chat. I love this. This is something you can really get to know all our people that are within the industry or within our company, which is amazing because they do amazing work, but they work behind the scenes. So just being able to read all about Marie's journey with Crafter's Companion is just a really good read, and you will absolutely love it because it's just, they're the perfect magazines, perfect gifts for anybody, and you will love them.
Absolutely right. So many of you telling me that you love the New Look magazine. So many of you telling me that you've already got issue 1 and you're getting 2 today. Lots of you as well chatting about the fact that you're going, didn't realise you had your Crafters Inspiration magazines. I'm getting 1 and 2. That is issue number 1. This is issue number 2, brand new as of today. George is saying, love the new configuration. Linny, I adore those perfume bottles. Cannot wait to get my hands on them. And just to reiterate, or rather correct, thank you to our Susie. The magazine is actually quarterly, not bi-monthly, so it's a quarterly magazine. So yeah, you've got the 2 first editions right there. The brand new one, which dispatches from a week tomorrow, and of course the original one, the rebooted one, if you like, which came out last quarter. $10.39 each, or $15.96 if you're platinum. Grab those. They are today's hot ticket. They really, really, truly are. Now, well done to Marsha, who's just said I've got both of mine, or got mine earlier. And Stacey, I had to go and get issue 1 of the magazine, so now I have both of them coming with other bits and bobs. I cannot wait for them to come. It's all good. Loads of goodies on the show today. What I want to do, let's get votes going. So here's the thing. We're going to do the demo of the show vote just now for you. Then soon after that, we'll get the demo of the day vote done. So we'll do it fairly early. And then once we've got all that out of the way, we've got to do the demo of the month. 4 cards up for your nomination. So we'll get the first 2 votes done, then do the demo of the month at around about 10 to. So lots to show you, lots for you to get voting on, and I'm super excited as to what is going to be the winner in each category. So let's have a quick little look at the cards up for your nomination in this show.
Yeah, only 2. I've only done 2 demos. That's very unlike me, but we have crammed in loads today and got loads through the show, especially with the Gemini machines, and you are absolutely loving them. So number 1 was our fabulous friend, and number 2 was our, we didn't do another one yet, did we? No, we just did the 2. And number 2 was our beautiful poppies, our precious poppies. So 1 and 2.
All right, let's give you, say, 4 or 5 minutes to get your vote in there. And then we will do the demo of the day vote in just a few moments' time. Just to remind you, I'm just going to quickly do a little stretch down here. Whoop, stretch. Oh, there we go. Few items to quickly show you. There's a few things on the website which will come to an end tonight. You know about the machines, right? 25% on Floral machines. Those deals will go at the end of play today. Also, it is $10, £10 Tuesday, where if you shop the category, you will find a whole host of goodies that you can pick up for just a tenner. I've just showing you here a few of our top picks that we found on the website right now. So for £10, $10, you can pick up the Masquerade Ball beautiful 12x12 double-sided paper pad. Also, for a tenner, we've got the luxury cardstock collection from that particular collection too. Also, the £10, $10 Tuesday, you've got your album spine as well. That one is in the £10, $10. You've got your Fancy Nancy tote bag, that one for £10 or $10. And we've got loads of other goodies there for you as well, but only while stocks last and only for the remainder of the day, because once Wednesday turns around, it won't be $10 Tuesday, will it not? So grab those, and also don't forget the, no, I've mentioned the machines, haven't I? The plates, that's what I was going to say. The plates are also available for you at unbelievable prices, so get them whilst you can. Right, let's have a little demonstration from the magazine, because you get your freebies, which you can have a good little play with, can't you?
Yeah, they're beautiful. So we're going to use those perfume bottles, which are really gorgeous. I love this one here. I think it's got a lot of snippability, and it's just got a great design with that lovely bow on it. So we're going to use this one. They absolutely look like expensive perfume bottoms.
Yes.
Bottoms.
Bottoms? Perfume bottoms?
Expensive
Whoa.
bottoms. Expensive perfume bottoms. No.
She did it again.
Expensive perfume bottles.
Bottles is what you're looking for there.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes. Oh dear. It's that time of year I get excited, you see, because Christmas time, always get a nice new aftershave. Do you ask for perfumes at Christmas?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad always buys me perfume every Christmas.
It's nice though, isn't it? Because again, it's not something
it.
that I really think about getting year round. And I always get like a little pack. There's a particular shop where you can get like a pack of 3 sort of fairly inexpensive ones, which will do for kind of like, you know, your day to day.
Everyday ones.
Yeah, and then you get a nice expensive one as well, you know, one of the brand names which you just use for special occasions. So yeah, ever so excited. Do I still get a link
He still gets
set?
Brute.
I buy myself me Brute because yes, I am a 70s/80s child. I never had links. I wasn't cool enough customer, I don't think. Although, do you genuinely get links, George?
That's funny.
It's
always Links Africa, isn't it?
My George, he's 13 now, and it's all happened in the last sort of, I don't know, 6 months or so maybe. Whereas go back 6 months, he couldn't care less about his appearance. We always had to like almost kick him into the shower. Now, he's sort of turned that corner, and he can spend sort of half an hour, 45 minutes in the bathroom. He's got all of his lotions and potions and his sprays. And it's so funny you should say about Links Africa. That's one thing that we know that definitely will like hit the spot, you know, this Christmas. So he won't be watching, so it's fine. So he's already got, you know, coming his way the Links Africa gift set. 25-year edition, I think it is as well. That shows you how old it is. Wow, not as old as my Brute though.
No, definitely not.
Oh dear. What would be in this perfume bottle here, Debbie, if this was your perfume? You got a particular favourite?
I have a couple actually. I do love Flower Bomb by Victor Rolf, yeah. My everyday one that I wear is Lady Millions. So yes, that's my absolute favourite. I like Vera Wang does one called Princess.
Yeah.
That's really lovely. Yeah, I like Ghost. I like lots of different scents. Keep going, don't they?
Got a full perfumery going on at your place there.
Absolutely, yeah. So just giving some highlight to my bottle. So doing this quite quickly, not being too worried where that goes in.
Unique Crafty Corner says those perfume bottles will be great with the Rose Gold collection. Ooh, says here.
Ooh. Yes, they would be beautiful.
And Lee's just said, Crafty Becky's just said that would be good having a perfume for the bottom.
That's so funny.
What would you call it? It wouldn't be like an eau de toilette, it would be an eau de derrière. Perfume for your bottom. Oh, the depths we've stooped to this evening on the show. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Do you buy Laura perfume, Ben? Says Katie. Yes, I do. And she always has to remind me which one it is. It's the, what's the really famous one?
Oh, Ben, there's loads of favourites.
Yes, thank you, George. Yeah, George got
it.
Chanel. What? It's one of those ones that she likes.
Oh, I tell you what else
Only
I do love.
Only a small bottle though, because it's really expensive.
Yeah, it's really expensive. I love Gucci Rush.
Gucci Rush.
Yeah, that's a nice one. I haven't had any, but I'd like some. Are you watching now?
Out. Oh yeah,
actually,
Secret Santa.
He did ask me the other day, was there a different perfume? Yeah, I should have said to him, shouldn't I? Right, so you can see how beautiful that comes together. I'm going to bring these in because all I've done here is I've used these from some of our other ones. So can you see at the side here? Really easy to snip them out and cut them. So I've cut those out as well and used that one, exactly the same one. And then what I've done is I've stamped that with one of the centre sentiments onto the centre there, so you can see looking pretty. And then I've just fussy cut that out. So just creating a little topper for our card. So nice and simple and easy. So let's bring in our card that we're going to do. So I've matte and layered the papers from the magazine. You can either keep your papers in there or just print out some extra ones, and you've always then got them in your stash.
Just before you get sticking, can I pause you and just get the vote going for the demo of the day? Because we've had the demo of the show result in, and it is card number 2. Or box
the box,
2.
yeah. Should I bring it over?
Well, go on then. Shall I meet you halfway? I'll meet you halfway.
They don't like that.
That was really awkward for George.
We just both went out of scene there.
He had nothing to show there, sorry.
Good job it wasn't Charlotte. Charlotte hates that.
Oh, really? I shall do it more often. This will be annoying. So, take your pick of these amazing Debbie Fisher originals from today. So this was the card that Debbie made earlier on Wake Up Call using the botanical 3D embossing folders. That's gorge with the gilding wax. Thank you so much. So that's number 1. Number 2 is the superb box that we did in our colour along a little bit earlier on with that gorgeous sunflower using the illustrators and of course your
glossy highlights. It's normally me, Ben.
Glossy highlights. And I'll do this one as well, even though I know. And number 3 is the one that you just voted for, which Debbie made using the beautiful floral decoupage set with those flowers there. Oh, you've done it now. The poppies.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't listening. I was trying to think what I was doing next.
Oh, more importantly, yes, rather than mucking about with me. So 1, 2, or 3. Get voting now. You've got about 4 minutes. Then we'll crown the demo of the day, and then in a few moments' time, we'll have 4 more contenders for the demo of the month. Right, sorry. Restart.
Restart.
Recommence.
So let's restart sticking.
Yes.
So just using our papers and our tape pen. And all I'm doing, because they're quite light colours, I love edging things in black because I think it makes them really pop, especially when you're using a black ink to stamp out in as well. So let's matte and layer these onto our card. Now what I've done here is I've just got myself a 6x6 card blank. So it literally was our card blank like this. And then what I've done is I've gutted out the middle section. So you just chop this piece in half and then decide, you can measure this piece on the other side, which is 1.5 inches I did it. So 1.5 inches and then 1.5 inches for the bottom, because then that gives us our sort of card that we're going to put together. So let's pop this back in here and put that on the inside. And another thing that's good with the papers that you're given, they are all matching. So everything really comes together in the magazine. And then we're going to use that one on there, and we're not going to stick this one just yet because what I want to do is use this on the centre piece. So I've made another piece which I've matte and layered, which we can pop that onto, and that's going to hold our card together. So let's stick this one down.
Joy's come up with a lovely idea, just saying, I'm thinking that I'll stamp these individually and then frame them for a nice piece in the bathroom.
Oh yes, that's a
lovely idea.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely love that idea. I think we forget, don't we, the things that we can put into pictures, then they just look amazing.
Absolutely right. Gilmore just saying on the subject of perfumes, I love Old Spice and Brut. Reminds me of my dad. Old Spice. I think that's one of the reasons why I like Bruce. Bruce? Who's Bruce?
Who's Bruce?
I like Bruce. No, like Brut so much. It was a fragrance that my dad always used to wear. And yeah, it reminds me of my dad as well. I just love the smell of it. And Gwen says, Ben, you are so bad and funny. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, was that in reference to the Charlotte thing? I think it probably was. Thank you. Take that.
Right, so I'm just getting that straight first before we attach it to our next piece. So all I'm going to do then, we've got that straight on the top. We can then take off our red liner tape because that's our strongest tape that we can use. I'm going to pop that to the bottom of my card. And when that's lined up, all we do is drop that forward, and then that sticks right on the bottom there. So that creates our card. And because of all our mats and layers, we get a really good rigidity in our card there. And then I've just got some foam pads on the top of our topper that we've created. And then we're going to pop that into the centre. But also, I want to then use these around the edges. So let me just bring in those little mini tape foam pads, and we're just going to stick those around. So what I'm actually going to do is pop these onto the side to stick them down, so I know that that doesn't go anywhere we don't want it to go. So we'll pop that one onto here, and it's just sort of filling those gaps and making it just it's that finishing touches that look really beautiful. And then again, I'll do that on this side.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Just have to vote for the demo of the day come in.
Oh.
We'll do it in a minute.
Controversy sound.
Well, it's an interesting one, maybe.
Oh, it wasn't the box then.
I don't know. Was it?
And there we go. Oh, I've got a bow. Let's pop our bow on. You know, like I like to put my bow on. So pop that into there. Oh, we've gone to the end. I think Michelle's, look, come to the silver again. I think Michelle's liked to use all the tape pens yesterday. I've gone through 3 now today.
I'm sure Michelle said that yesterday as well. Like, it always seems like you guys, like when you finished, you just leave the tape pen just at the end of the roll so that it happens to the next person.
And there you go. So our really pretty card there, just edging it with those gorgeous florals. But those perfume bottles are, honestly, I think everyone needs them in their stash, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. And the only way you're going to get them in your stash is by getting your hands on the Crafters Inspiration Issue 2. It's dispatching from the 8th of December, which is going to be next Thursday, a week on Thursday. Those stamps are in there as part of your free goodies that you're going to get in this collection. Also, of course, you've got that beautiful die to go with it as well. And you've got the embossing folder too. Not only that, but the selection of papers and your glossy magazine with 75 projects in there. It is brilliant. If you've not yet ordered it, make sure you do. And as we've already mentioned, that one is new as of today. You can also get issue number 1, which is on the show too. Right. Let's do the result of the demo of the day, and then we'll get the vote going on the demo of the month. So, demo of the day, I predict a Debbie Fisher win. But which one was the winner? Now, what do you think, Debbie? Which was your personal favourite?
I like them all. I think maybe the number 1.
Number 1 is your personal favourite?
Yeah.
Well, George is saying 2. George is saying 2. Debbie, you'll be delighted to know that everybody agrees with you. That is your demo of the day.
It is quite stunning, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really, really classy. I love it. What I loved about that as well was that, you know, the simplicity behind actually making the main focal point of the card really achievable to do.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's made the whole card.
Yes.
You know, nothing else really.
Love it. So that one is your demo of the day. I shall pop that up on the shelf in just a few moments' time. Demo of the month to come in just a few moments. Do you want to get the vote going on that now? Should we do that now? Yeah, let's do that now. It's all so confusing. Right, so there are 4 cards for you to vote on. What I will say, we've got 3 of them physically here in the studio. One of them's disappeared, but we can show you a picture of it and you'll remember it because it's the one from the craft along that I did with Jan, which didn't quite work out the way that I wanted it to work. So let's do these in order. So week 1 was the Star book, wasn't it? So this is Jan's again, which we did on a craft along. This was the one that I actually managed to do, which I was uber pleased about. But that is a beautiful, beautiful project that Jan created. So that was week 1. So that is number 1 if you'd like to vote for Jan's Star card. Week number 2 was... No, it's not. No, week number 2 is the video. It's the picture. Week 2 is the picture. You're getting me confused. Week 2 is also Jan's. So this is the card we'll show the picture. Do you remember this one where the peacock feathers that pop up there enclosed in the card? So you pull it out and it pops up. I can't remember the exact name of that. But that is number 2, and you'll remember it if you saw the show. Really clever design where you pull the bottom of the card out and the peacock feathers pop up once you do it. So that is number 2. Number 3 is this box, which I think was made by somebody not too far away. This is the tunnel collection, isn't it?
Yeah, I loved that project, and I love that box. I thought it was really different.
Knitwit
looks
papers?
Amazing. Yes, knitwit papers. Yeah, it's just super cute. If you've got a little pet and you want to send some doggy treats to, this is just the perfect box to put them into. Yeah, I love that one.
So really super cute. So that is number 3. And then number 4 was this beautiful card which Leanne made on Cartload last week, using actually the silhouette dies that we've got on the show. These beautiful florals. So take your pick. I mean, some really, really strong contenders right there. So number 1 is your Starbook. Number 2 is the card that we showed you on the picture. Number 3 is Debbie's beautiful box there, and number 4 is Leanne's card, which she made on Cartload last week. So 1, 2, 3 or 4, you have got about 4 minutes to get your votes in for Demo of the Month. Right, in the last few moments, let's just quickly remind you that this is the last live show opportunity for you to get your hands on one of our Gemini machines with a 25% discount. The deal continues up until the end of play today, up until midnight. So you've still got time after the show, but it's the last time that we will talk about them at this price, at this deal. So decisions, isn't it really? If you're looking to get a machine, which one do you go for? Which one's going to suit you best? They've all got a 25% discount, as I say. I think a lot of people who've perhaps already got a lot of our machines are going for the Pro, because that's the machine I think a lot of people have been wanting to get since it launched, and it's now at a much more affordable price, let's just say. But the Gemini machine, let's talk about that. Again, 25% off. Look at the price here. If you're Platinum, £107.99 or $149.97. I know we haven't got much time left, Debbie, but you've got a couple of our machines there. I mean, let's just talk around them generally. Great prices, obviously, but difficult to choose which one to go for, maybe?
It is difficult. I think just if you're new to die cutting, or you just want to upgrade your old machine and you've not gone for a Gemini, you may be sitting on the fence. You may be thinking, why do I need a new die cutting machine? If you've got any other machine, they are, in comparison, these are the ultimate die cutting machine. They're electronic. They have an on-off switch, a pause button and a reverse button, which is incredible. I don't think there's any other machine that does that out in the market. They have optical sensors that are in every single one of the machines, so it detects what's going through there. So it doesn't matter what your platform is. If you put anything else that you don't know that's maybe too weighty or too much in there, it will just send it back out. So it doesn't really matter what you put in. You can't break the machine, which is amazing. Now, I didn't want to get the big one out, the Pro, because it just means I've got to lift it again. So I thought I can't do that again. So because it is a weighty machine. So if you're going for the Pro, there's reasons you would go for the Pro. If you love crafting and you're doing it all the time, you're maybe got a business out of it, you're die cutting constantly, or you want to make really big projects. And I mean big projects. You might want to do, like, let's say an 8x8 box, and you want to make your cardstock 12x12 in size, and you want to die cut borders into it. The only way you can do items like that is to go for the Pro. So if you like your construction, you like to have the go for the Pro. If you want to make those bigger projects, you can absolutely do them on there. We also do, and I'm sure they're on the website, we do 12x12 stencils, which you can put through your machine and actually emboss them into your cardstock. So that's another really good fact about them. If you generally use your crafting and you like an A4 platform, which will pretty much die cut, I would say 98% of the dies out there, because there's very few that won't go through. We have a few that have been made specific for the Pro, but most of them will fit through the A4 machine. I always think if you're going for a machine, go for the one that's going to suit your needs growing with your crafting, and the A4 machine does that. Because let's just say you start off with the smaller one, if you really feel like you're going to go into that more crafting, more bigger dies, more concept cards, this is the one for you, because it's the one that's going to outlast all of them in terms of what it can do. The Gemini Junior is a great machine. If you are a beginner, if you just want to upgrade your machine, you have got the most amazing pressure in every single one of them. What I always say, if it's got the name Gemini attached to it, you know you've got a good machine. You know you've got a workhorse. You know that you can absolutely die cut all your dies with absolute confidence time and time again. Because actually, we say as crafters, we love die cutting. We don't like die cutting. We just want that to be the easy part, to get on to the creative part and have the fun, because the die cutting is just the first step onto creativity, which is amazing. So yeah, just choose which one suits your budget, which one suits your needs, because I think it is a hard decision. Yeah, absolutely.
Make the decision today though, because if you decide tomorrow, you'll still be able to get the machines, but you'll be paying a full whack. And you don't want to do that. You do not want to do that. So, and you don't have to do that. You've still got time. As I said, I'm not saying, oh, in 3 minutes time when we finish the show, that's it. No, I'm just saying this is the last chance that we've got to present these to you with that discount. You'll have up until the end of play today to grab those deals. So please, please do. I should hate for you to miss out. Don't. There's no reason why you should. Now, thank you for all the votes that have come in. We have a winner on the demo of the month, and I can tell you, to make it easier for the guys, it isn't Jan's card, which was on the picture, so we don't need to show that. It is one of these three that has won the demo of the month. And I will tell you, it is not Leanne's, even though that is marvellous. Am I allowed to take that one? Am I allowed to take that? No, take it and give it away. Yeah. I'm going to.
I'll let you.
Thank you. By the way, maybe tomorrow, a couple of Debbie's mates from earlier that didn't win on the various shows, Debbie's kindly given me to give away on my Facebook page, so keep an eye out there. That one I'll give away as well. I think that one. But it's one of these two. The winner of the demo of the month.
Wow.
Yay!
I'm chuffed to pieces, guys. I love that box, and I really love, because I actually thought the Star Book was going to do it.
They're both brilliant, let's be fair.
They are good projects, yeah.
Very
I
different.
love that box, but the Star Book is beautiful. So yeah, thank you all for voting my box. I love that one. I love doing that project, and it just looks super cute. So yeah. Oh,
hey, many congratulations. That is awesome.
I get a star for that.
Huh?
I get a star for that.
Do you get a star?
Yeah, I'm getting a star.
Oh, I did not know that. Go and put it up there. Go on, get over there now.
Do they just stick up?
Oh, hey?
Do they just stick on?
Yeah, just get the. Can I go over there? Just give us the doodah. Just give us a tape pen. That's what I stuck up with last time. Here you go. I didn't. Oh, you'll get a gold star.
Got them for the month.
You'll get a gold star for the demo of the month.
Oh.
Don't you? I would imagine.
Yes, yeah.
Well, that's what I'm making it up now.
Yeah, no, we've always got them for demo of the month.
There you go. I just put it up there for you.
Thank you.
Perfect. Let me just quickly. Debbie.
Yes.
You back tomorrow?
I am back tomorrow in the morning with you.
Yes. It's a bit of a funny old day tomorrow, so I will be here with Debbie on Wake Up Call with a special guest.
Oh,
and then
yes.
From 3 o'clock tomorrow and for 7 o'clock, Joe's back.
I'll be with my TV hubby, yes.
Yeah.
Joe's back, yes, and me.
You've got the best of many worlds.
Oh, that's a complete lie. I won't be back. Sarah will be back with Joe at 3 p.m. I will be back with Joe at 7 p.m.
Cool, everyone's here. All your favourites. All your favourites, or not, as the case may be, on Monday. Listen, thank you so much for watching. Big thank you to Debbie. Thank you to Susie. Thank you to Tracy. Thank you to George Squared. See you tomorrow for Wake Up Call. Make sure you get those machine deals. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.